Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. As always, I'm excited to see you guys. I love you big time. I thank you for your genuine support for this show. Trust and hope everyone has had a peaceful day. I'm still dealing with a toothache from a few days ago. That sucker kept me up all last night. So about 2 nights I hadn't been to sleep because of it, but hopefully tonight I will get me some sleep. I see my good friend Miss Farris is with us this evening. Paige is here this evening. Tammy Baker, good evening. Welcome. Who did I miss? Tracy Taylor, A. Miller. I saw somebody else. Yeah, there's April Nicole, good evening. Welcome. Melissa, welcome. Miller, welcome. Nia, welcome. She's been faithful from day one. Love you big time. Miss Knight is in the house this evening. Valerie Montgomery is in the house this evening. Lisa Robinson is in the house this evening. And my good sister, Yvette, is in the house this evening. I love you big time. Okay. Before we get started, I was talking with my sister Yvette today. I talked about numerous of things, but one in particular, uh, and it looks as if it's becoming the norm. Charles, good evening, welcome. Uh, Tanya Fine is in the house. Hey, girl. There goes Spitting Five, the one and only. Love you big time. It's hot pink. It's like 3 minutes late, 4 minutes. She's here. Thank God for that. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that our kids in the United States are under attack. I know that. Our kids are under attack. Now, decades ago, we didn't hear about black parents killing their kids, treating them bad. I'm sure it happened back then, but not the way it's happening now. It's scary because it's becoming the norm. If I stroll down Facebook one day and I don't see anything about a child, I go searching because I know somewhere there's a missing black child or a black child that has been killed. Black children, black babies being killed is nothing new. That's been going on. What is new about this is that those that should be the protector have become stranger danger. Now, it has to be a very terrifying situation for a child at a certain age when he or she know what's going on, what's happening to them. And the eyes that child look at is the one that gave them life. So I can imagine a child looking like, why are you doing this to me? I did nothing. Why? Until our justice system set an example for parents, biological steps, until we set an example this will continue to happen. And not only will it continue, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. When you look at Malia Davis, Malia Bass, Tootie, Cupcake, these are fragile individuals. They don't know anything about you being mad and upset because you don't have a job or you can't pay your bills. Or Michael decided to leave your trifling ass. So you take it out on the child. Wherever a child head meets pillow, that should be their safety place. Wherever they lay down to sleep, they should be able to lay down in comfort. But that's not happening. Miss Renfrey, good evening to you. I'm so upset. Too many children dying because of the parents. I totally agree with you on that. I do. I totally agree with you on that. If you're not mentally stable, financially stable, if there's no stability in your life, why would you gap your legs open to have sex and not use protection, knowing that it is a possibility that you could get an STD or you could become pregnant? Those are two possibilities. And I said that to say this pertaining to the woman. Because some have a tendency to put it all on the men, the stepdads. And that's not always the case. For number one, the stepdad don't come in unless the woman that carried the child in her womb opened the door and let him in. And in a lot of cases, when the step comes in and begin to be diabolical to the child, you so damn happy with having somebody in your damn life, you will accept him beating your children, raping your children. Starts out with, I'm a stepdad, there's going to be some discipline in here. Whatever you feel you need to whoop him, go ahead, because he know right from go ahead and do it. So you just gave Tyrone the green light to knock your son or daughter off planet Earth because dick don't cloud your vision. Whatever you do in life, don't let dick cloud your vision. I have no pity for biological parents or steps when it comes to children. If you that messed up in the head, you need to call somebody that's got it together in the head and send the child there till you get yourself together. Because the excuses that they're giving us as to why they did what they did, in my opinion, it don't hold water. There's no excuse that you can say to me that I'll say, okay, I understand. I know you didn't want to, but I understand why you did it. It's not going to happen like that. It's not. There's no food. We're going from house to house, from pillow to post, as Mom used to say. Well, that's not my problem. That's not that child's problem. You want to take everything out on the child because you keep picking the wrong man. Something's wrong with your pickers. A 3-year-old A 3-year-old black boy is missing. Y'all have seen the story. Probably been commenting on it. His name is Braylon Noble. Braylon Noble allegedly went missing this past Friday. Allegedly. Braylon went to a window in the apartments where they live in Ohio. I don't know if he let it up. I don't know if it was already up. I don't know if somebody let it up. But I do know 3 floors. I know that. So now, the child, when the mother first give her statement to police, she didn't say that my child fell out the window. I'm gonna play a call for you in a minute. This is gonna be the grandmother. But in the beginning, the man, she didn't say he fell out the window. She said, I suspect he fell out the window. You suspect. So, in actuality, you don't know what happened. All you know, your child was either kicked out the window, pushed out the window, jumped out the window, landed on the ground. He got up and said, damn this shit. I don't have to take this. And he left all by himself. Now, if you expect for me to believe that, I believe that bullshit, like I believe the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan has a dream of his white daughter saying, I do, to a black man. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's what it is. Let's listen to the call. It's a little crackly. That's where it came out from 911. Let's listen. If I can find it. Now, I'm not gonna say everything that I heard, I thought I heard. If you all have heard it, or you just heard it, and you want to comment on it, I welcome that comment. But here's the thing. If we know the child fell out the window, why in the hell would you waste time looking in the closet if you know he fell out the window? That don't make no sense. He fell out the window. Why in the hell are you looking in the closet and up under the bed? And nobody seems to know what the child had on. The grandmother, Bobby, was calm, cool, towards the end. I don't know where it could be. Look at the 30 minutes old. What he had on. It's a bunch of bullshit. And we keep letting the killers get away with it. Laws must be addressed. We must get with the lawmakers. The penalties for this must go up. If I'm a cop and I think that you might know what happened or had something to do with it or did it, y'all heard me say this before? There should be a law states where if I got a hunch, if I believe you know something or think you did it, the law states now I can lock you up without being charged for 90 days. But within the 90 days, if things change or I feel you need to be let go, I have to do that. I have to do that. It's extremely hard to arrest them now. A lot of reasons you have circumstantial evidence. So we need to turn that around. Any excuse that a parent, step-parent gives for beating a child, harming a child, killing a child is an inexcusable excuse for what has been done. You're draining ponds and looking behind buildings up on the cars. I don't even know why you looking. I don't know why they're looking. I don't know why they looking because he fell out of the window and he got up and left. So what you looking for? He gone. Can't take that shit no more. He out. Mic drop. He gone. If you know you are not parent ready, you need to use some kind of protection when you gap your legs open having sex. Now I'm not trying to put all of this on the woman that carried the child in her womb. But either way it goes, she's supposed to be that child's protector, not stranger danger. So whether she knew something was going on with the child and her new part-time lover is irrelevant. I can lock your ass up because you shouldn't have brought him in. I can lock your ass up because you are to protect your children like Secret Service protects the children of the President of the United States. You leave no room for harm. None. This is the norm. And it's scary. And while everybody's looking for your child, you somewhere having sex again. Someone said, Tanya Fine said, these women think a baby is going to keep a man, and that's the farthest from the truth. Somebody say glory, hallelujah. Somebody say glory. Give him his due praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Let me tell you something. I put this out today. A lot of people didn't comment on it, so I pissed them off. Oh, I done my job. Listen, if your WAP wasn't good enough to keep him, it sure as hell won't be good enough to bring him back. Because you're a Coke ball of shape, and I don't give a damn about that. But here's the thing about a Coke ball. Throughout life, that Coke ball might become a 3-liter. Hallelujah! So if he was looking all on this, and that's what did it. When you begin to gain a little weight, and I can't get it out, and the pillar, and the pillar, I can't get it out. When your titties are full, if they begin to decrease, and you know how raisins look, right? So when they begin to decrease, if that's what he was into, well, while you're decreasing, he planning to go. He planning to go. He planning to go. Quit it, real life. I'm going to get you in just a minute. Hold up. Now, as far as the man is concerned, you have to make sure that you're picking, not yet. I just said not yet. You have to make sure who you bringing home. You have to get past the moment. You have to get past that. You have to get past the sex to see reality. Just like a job, do a criminal background check on potential employees. Maybe it's time for some of y'all to come off Facebook for one damn day, because some of you on that so goddamn much I think you work for them. Maybe you need to come off of Facebook and do a criminal background check on who you finna give your WAP to, and then go to the neighborhood and say, what y'all know about it? What y'all know about it? Good evening, caller. You live on air. What's your name and what city you calling from tonight?
Good evening, Mr. This is Miss Dow from Dallas Flowers, California.
Good evening.
I'm watching, and these women, I don't understand what is going on with this because it seems like all of a sudden God has created this rapture against babies misinformation too on us. And I mean, who leaves a 3-year-old on a 3rd floor and the baby go out the window, fall, and get up and run up? That shows, first of all, he has some sort of, he's nonverbal. I mean, that really made parents watch that baby even more.
Exactly.
And then he's not down there. When he got down there, I've seen one of the videos she has up on there. They're just teaching him how to ride a bike in the hospital. So this baby is special. What it was, I do believe, like you said, she also had mistake that, she was the one taking care of him instead of paying attention to her child. You ain't got to go get no man. They got damn toys, all kinds of shapes and sizes. They can get that instead of laying up screwing with these no good niggas and bringing them in the house over their kids. This is wrong, because this is continuing to happen. Soon as the child is missing, they need to take that mother down there. They can everybody first, but you give her a polygraph. That way it clears her. I say, hey, okay, when she's clear, you can go search for your child. We're going to continue and probably let's continue. But you got to find this baby. And these women continue to happen. The other month, it was Miss Maria. Then we did David. Then and I'm looking at all these things, and it affects me because When they came now, see why they brought police out when they came out. My baby hit fire and broken it off, and he's talking about we're protecting evidence. Oh, he's so no one goes nowhere. Baby, now I look at that type of thing. Nobody going, no goddamn well, this is my baby. I said, so you don't leave a child unattended. She passed away right next to me. So this is what gets me so upset. Here we are, one young lady is looking for her child. Then here's these people take care of children, and then here's these monsters, and they don't want to tell the truth because their parents is sitting there, the grandparents are sitting there. So they fake this crying or fake a lie story. Oh, well, he fell out the window. I think he fell out the window when they were trying to window on the moon. That window, the screen was still in. So who pulled the screen in, you decided to make the little, and it's something like Mr. Friday, and then on Saturday, you decide to make a call and get your act together or your life together. I pray that she hasn't done nothing to that child, but the way she's talking and the fake crying, on the news, she came in with her shirt on, and she was out searching. I said, well, at least she was trying to act like she said, but I think what it was, by that baby being special, and he was nonverbal, well, I don't want to shut. What can I do for it? What kind of evil person is that? These monsters need to keep their damn legs closed and get the shit sold up and don't ever be able to have jobs.
You know what, Valerie? I totally agree with everything that you just said. I totally agree with that because he's nonverbal, and I was thinking the same thing. This child needs extra attention.
Yeah. I stayed up 24/7 watching my little girl because she wasn't talking yet.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like attached to me at the hip.
That's it. Valerie, you have hit the nail on the head.
Okay, but
it's always your perspective is always on the money. Always on the money. I love you for that.
Love you, bud. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye. We're gonna get to the I know y'all waiting. We're gonna get to the Jacksonville story shortly here. So now, if you're not mentally stable, you should think twice about bringing a child into this world. One of the problems, and I think it may have been Valerie today I spoke with or someone, one of the problems with all of the black babies that's coming up missing, and most are found dead, if we say, well, we'll let you pick one. It's a many reasons, but we're only gonna go with one tonight. So what would that one be? Well, it's simple. These are not parents. This is baby mama, baby daddy. They're not parents. They're not. When we were coming up, sometimes when we went outside, the only damn thing we had to play with was outside. But now you give your children all kind of electronic devices, let them go on Instagram, Facebook, lock the door, or do whatever. You don't give a damn. You don't spend no quality time with your child because you're not parent ready. And there is not a school on the planet that can get you parent ready. If it ain't in you, it ain't in you. It's just as simple as that. These kids are coming up missing back to back, back to back. One woman stands in her daughter's doorway while the stepdaddy molests the child, burns the child with a cigarette. The mammy sat there and smiled and okayed it. You can't arrest one without arresting the other. We must make an example out of people that treat children as if they're some inanimate object, void of understanding or no feelings whatsoever. We have to set an example. And I know some get mad at the police. They're not doing enough to bring justice. And I get that way too. But then I'm reminded, well, this anger that I have for the police department, I need to channel some of that shit to the one that let him. You see where I'm going? This is sad. Very sad. And I said it before. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but I understood during slavery time why black mothers, most of them, immediately after giving birth, they would slice that child's throat or throw him or her in the water because they would rather the child die than beat up under master asshole like they are. I understood it back then, but I don't understand it now. I don't understand it. Babies are having babies. It's more, you put a child in a house, food on the table, and clothes. And you think that's where the parenting ends. Oh, baby, they ain't got started. It hasn't got started yet. These are not mothers and fathers. These are monsters in human form. And we must give a legislation. You got to make it easier for cops to lock their ass up. It's only on hold for 60 to 90 days. Because every child that comes in contact with a child killer is in danger. It's just as simple as that. Carolyn, come on. It bothers me. It does. That every day, there's another story about a black child missing. And the way they'll tell us the child is coming up missing, it makes no damn sense. When I put the post out the other day, many of you said, that don't make no damn sense. So we're supposed to believe that he fell from 3 floors up. Yes. Yes.
Is that phone buzzing? Sorry, I couldn't hear for a second.
You did what now?
I couldn't hear for a second.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I got you.
Okay, hold tight. The story don't make sense. If it don't make sense, then guess what? It's a lie. That's why it don't make sense. Okay, Miss Charles says the screen pushed in the window and not out of the window. The screen should have been. Come on here. Come on, Miss Charles. The screen. When baby fall, what should have fell first? She didn't answer. The screen. My God. Carolyn.
Yes, sir.
How are you this evening?
I'm good, and you?
I'm still battling that toothache, but I'm okay. Now, I know you've been on the phone today with the parents of Tyrese Gibson, right?
Yeah.
So, are there any new updates? Some things we didn't know a few days ago that we now know, and you want to share with the viewers tonight?
I think that is still important to their page, but as of late, they are seeing and getting ready to organize with
Carolyn, you're not coming in clear at all.
oh, what is it? Is that better? What's the shot?
A little.
I got it. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The parents are organizing a search with the police. The police have told them pretty much that they will be able to search with them sometime very soon. That is public knowledge. Also, it is public knowledge that one of the suspects has been extradited to another part of the state.
Mm-hmm.
because obviously, or apparently, these boys have previous cases in regards to this type of situation. They are, their charges, which are, again, everyone can see, have gun-related charges. There were guns found in the home, drugs found in the home, and they are looking at other players. So this is what was released by Jacksonville Police Department, and the parents were able to allow me to hear that today. It's still sad. It's 17 days since he's been gone, missing, and they are pleading with anybody still, if you know something. These people have terrorized this entire city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're going to continue to terrorize the city because they have these people so paranoid that they won't move on anything. They won't, they're just trash. Trash. They have these people so scared, they won't say anything. But this is their opportunity right now to clean up their own neighborhoods. This is their opportunity to get those bad seeds out. You know who did what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, say something. Open your damn mouth, because you're going to forever be scared.
So, we do know, I hope for a fact that he was led away by a female, right?
Right.
Now, was she driving the vehicle, or do you know?
Yes. Brianna was driving the vehicle that when she picked up Tyrese, she was driving.
Okay.
Apparently, she did go to court. It was on video. It should be released. It's public right now.
Okay.
She shows no remorse. This is according to close family members of Brianna's, people that have been around her since the situation transpired, since her arrest. She shows absolutely no remorse whatsoever. She doesn't care. And that seems to be the demeanor of everyone. As we know, though, the more time you sit there, the more you begin to care.
Mm-hmm.
In the state of Texas, the kidnapping charge carries a minimum 60-year sentence. At 18, that 60 years is a long time.
Mm.
Prison ages you very slowly, and it eats away at you so slow that you wish you would die.
Right.
If you add assault possibly to that kidnapping charge in the state of Texas, that is grounds for the death penalty. I don't think anybody wants to sit there for the next 60 years, or better yet, for the next 7, waiting for that last meal to come.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody with any kind of sense would be singing like the best songbird on the block.
I think this is it's a very complex case, and you and I know that not just with the ones that they have locked up, but there are multiple players just in this one crime alone.
Yes.
And they are terrorizing a whole city, and people. I mean, when I say terrorizing, I mean terrorizing the whole city. So everybody that's got locked up for Friday, all have the same charge, right?
Yes. Some of them have more because they were already fighting cases.
Okay.
But definitely, no one wants to see a child on death row.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to see a 16-year-old turn 21 just to die. And that's exactly what it could end up being. In the state of Texas, at 17, you are considered an adult. It's not 18 there. 17, you're legally an adult. Do you really want to see No one wants to see that. So there's a lot of lives that have been ruined in this situation.
Exactly.
But it comes back to the parents for me. I'm sorry. It always comes back to the parents for me. In this situation, it comes back to the parents because the first time you see your child acting an ass, you need to be out there acting an ass with your child.
That's it.
I mean, if you're going to fall out, I'm going to fall out. But you ain't going to like it when I fall out. And the police have taken the discipline out of the homes. The government is taking the discipline out of the homes, but they're not showing up when little Ray Ray is running around here robbing old ladies. But they want to show up to kill him. They don't want to show up to whoop his ass. They don't want to show up to talk to him and have a conversation. Young man, what's going on with you? Exactly. Young man, why don't you do a ride along with me?
Exactly.
Young man, why don't I, take you around the station? Let me help you meet some people. Let me help you get a job. Let me help you do something more constructive because I don't want to lock you up. I don't want to have to kill you one day.
Exactly. Bobby's World, good evening and welcome. Now, do we know what might have been their reason for kidnapping Tyrese? And I know it's an ongoing investigation and we're limited to what we can and cannot say.
Correct. As you stated earlier on your post, there are several rumors going around. But we do know that a lot of this has to do with Brianna herself. I hate to put it this way, but I just have to. Pussy and dick makes you do strange things. And it can really screw up a person's mind who their ego, all of that gets involved, and they'll do stupid things for a piece of ass, a piece of dick, and it's just what it is, including killing their children, setting somebody up. I don't know what the world has come to. They say money rules the world. I don't think so. It seems like it's ass and titties, dick and balls. Pardon me.
With as much as you can say, in the post that we put out earlier today, if you will, tell us about that and what some people are doing through social media as well as using their YouTube channel.
Some people are taking his likeness from different pages that they have found of him and taking public knowledge, trying to boost their ratings on their shows, their views, their likes, reading tarot cards on their show to say that they know where he is and what happened to him. Some people are setting up fake pages, trying to get in contact with the parents. They are threatening the parents and other people, and they're spreading false information. If you don't know for sure, if you haven't spoken with the parents, if you're not a party in this at all, then personally, I would give you some advice. Just chill out and be quiet. But I can't make anybody do that. Of course, we can't make anybody do that. But it would be nice if they would stop spreading disinformation. And moreover, stop trying to get likes and clout off of somebody's misery right now. There's a time and place for everything. The Bible says, and this is not the time, and it's definitely not the place. So posting links and stuff like that you don't have any idea, when you don't have any idea about what's going on with the case, is completely vulgar. It's heartless, and moreover, stupid.
Exactly. Good evening, Don White. I don't know why that happens. That's a YouTube thing that comes up often, that people are not getting their alerts. I apologize for that, but it's not anything that I can do. If you will, go back and unsubscribe to the show and then subscribe back and make sure you hit all notifications and see if that works. But I don't know why YouTube won't address it, but some of the people that work for YouTube always come on and say that's a major problem. I suggest YouTube fix that, but that's like out of my hands. I am so sorry. Okay. Now, Tyrese and Braylon, yes or no? Were they in an intimate relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Tyrese and Brianna were in an intimate relationship, as we know. And we also know Brianna had a boyfriend.
Exactly.
And again, we don't know Tyrese. Apparently, he did not know this. So that is common where people don't tell everything they know or everything they are to a person when they want what they want. But in this situation, we don't know if he knew that. It appears that he did not know that she had a boyfriend.
Wow.
She never mentioned as such.
Okay. I'm glad you spoke on the information that some people are putting out. Incidentally, someone put a link up here the other day pertaining to the gays. We take them down. Your comments are always welcome, but whenever you put a link up about anything, I immediately take it down. And some of it may be true, but if it's not, when it comes back, well, we got it from Injustice Investigations, and so some of it might be third-hand information, which we don't deal with, so we don't mind you commenting, but don't put any links up, and I'm not trying to be ugly, but it's just the way it is. So how the parents holding up?
Parents are standing faithful to God's word, as they have shown themselves to be on your show, in looking and listening to people around them. They are those people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. These are their lives. This is how they are 24/7. They're leaning on each other and, of course, trying to hold up their other children in this situation and other family members who are hurting as well, because they don't have him to be goofy. They don't have him to be dancing around the house. The quiet can get to you when your child is not around. You always got that one that's a clown, or, that kind of livens up everything when he or she is around. And they are missing that greatly. The whole family is missing that.
I keep going back to what the dad said about him and his son. Both of them played the game, but I think he said the day he left and would never come back, for some reason, that was the day that him and his son finally played the game together.
Yes.
Wow.
That is the most heartbreaking part of this. He had never grabbed that controller before.
Wow.
But on that day or that evening, he left. He picked up that controller and he played with his father, and that was a bonding moment for them. That father is in fear that he will never have again. And we are all praying that he will, because there's not too many fathers out here. Let's be real about it. Not real fathers sitting down playing video games with their sons. It's becoming more of a rare thing than we would like to admit. Either they don't have the time or, they're not around.
And that's the thing we need to, as parents, and not these, they're pretty much upstanding people. Everybody that calls and says they know them always have something good to say about them. But if someone is watching this live tonight, or if you watch it later, and you know anything about this case, especially where their son may be. It's not them this evening. It's not them. It's me and Carol this evening asking you to do the right thing. Let the family know where their child is at. That's it. That's it. They're gonna worry and they're gonna cry either way it goes. But I'm begging you to tell where he's at. And you know you don't have to give your name, but even if you're involved in it and you're just a diabolical individual, you're just evil. Well, here's what I know. You might be full of evilness, but you were still created by God. And when God got through, he looked around, he said, everything that I created, it was good.
Yes.
So listen to that inner man and call Jacksonville Police Department. Call me, whoever you feel comfortable talking with. And let us know where he's at. Don't look at it as if this could be your child. I just want you to look at it as it's just the right thing to do. I mean, if you would, can you just imagine your child being out there and you not knowing where? As Calvin just said, neither one knew what was going to happen, the father and the son. But God, in his mysterious ways, sat them both together that evening. And they played the game that they had never played before together.
You know, it's something about that kind of gives me the willies, as they say. It makes your stomach turn. It makes you have chills. And if you have any kind of heart, it gives you that lump right in your throat that even as much as you try to swallow, just never fully goes down. And that's somebody that's just on the outside. Mm-hmm. I cannot imagine. I'd never want to imagine what they feel. But that's something, like you said, God gave them that. And it is a bonding experience. I play with my son to this day.
Right.
He's trying to beat my butt and beat my record. But it's a bonding moment. And he didn't lie to his father. He said, I'm going out. This is what I'm going to do. He showed him the condom, you know. That's a sort of bond that you don't really see. A lot of kids want to hide that from their parents. Mm-hmm. So that should tell you something if he felt comfortable enough to talk to his father about something like that.
Exactly. You know, and we've had him on twice, but it's still somewhat difficult for me to look either one in the eyes because I see the pain, and I know that God fearing people, but they also have emotions, and what God blessed them with is no longer in the house, and I know it hurts. You know. So if you know something, help the family. Bring him home, wherever he's at. The daddy even gave Brianna a way out, right?
Yes, he did.
Did she take it?
No, she did not. The father offered her, if you just tell us where he is, we will not get the law involved. Just tell us where he is. Brianna, again, kind of mocked their offer. She thought she was smarter than them and the law. And as her close family members have stated, Brianna is heartless. And this goes on throughout her dealings with friends and associates. She is heartless. And I can't see how at 18 what caused her to be that way. Because as you stated, God says whatever he made was good. So where did y'all come from? what spawned you into this world for you to not have a heart?
Exactly.
I can't understand it. And it's bad for them to be so young and have this jaded, I don't give a fuck outlook on life, on a person's life. They don't care. They truly don't care.
Exactly. They don't. And we know that for a fact. We've seen the posts. We looked at some of the videos, you know, and these are some heartless individuals. Um, I don't know how you wake up every day and be just that evil. But contrary to belief, most people have been doing wrong for so long, they now think the wrong they do is right.
Yes.
So in their eyes, well, we did what we had to do because of blase, blase. And there are some allegations as to what may have led to this.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to talk about it. I'm not going to bring it up, you know, now. When it's over, then we'll speak on it then. But right now, to me, it's just allegations.
Irrelevant.
It's irrelevant, you know. So that's why, you know, we're not going to, and we spoke with the parents about that, we're not going to bring it up.
No.
You know,
I don't know what the people of Jacksonville or Palestine are going through, what they're going to do with their lives. There's too many of these people that there's more of them, seems like, of good people than it is bad. But there's families that are pushing this behavior, and it goes back generations with these families that have run this same town all this time. And people can't leave, some of them have grown accustomed to what they're surrounded by.
Exactly. And so it becomes the norm.
Mm-hmm. It's numbed them so much that they don't really even see it as being a problem anymore. It's just like, oh, that's just what they do. As long as I pray they never get to mine.
Exactly. Is that the daddy saying good evening, Mr. Gerald? Is that you? Someone said G whoa or something. I don't know if that was dad or not. Okay.
It may be.
Go ahead.
It may be them, but I hope somebody really does wake up and speak up and say something, because I've seen this child on videos of when he was a child, and he's got a gleam about him. There's a lot of good things said about him. And I think that his family is so missing that right now. So I'm begging you, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, whoever just hears about it, if you know something, please tell them. Because this is hard.
Exactly.
To just watch them, to see them, to hear them. It's hard.
Yeah, I know. And we said today I go to bed thinking about him, I wake up thinking about him. But this is the daddy. If you would like to, only if you want to call in and say something tonight, 1-8, or you see the number up there. If you just want to call in and say something, Mr. Wood, you're more than welcome to do that. You have a place here anytime you want to come and speak. So if you see the comments, they're praying for you and they're praying with you. And Miles said it should not separate us when it comes to doing what's right, because many of you, you're going to lay down tonight and your child is home. When they lay down and go to sleep, even if they find sleep, because you can find sleep, but you can't find rest. So every minute, I'm sure that they're just hoping, looking out the window, hoping. Uh, Somebody says they need to pull Brianna cell records for the last 60 days. And she set this up or something like that. Do you know whether or not they pulled? You have to give their names.
I'm not at liberty to say right now.
Okay, got you.
I'm not at liberty to say right.
What?
We will have something this week, for sure, hopefully.
Okay.
Coming up with you, I believe, and I'm going to talk to Mr. Wooten and Mrs. Wooten tomorrow morning.
Okay. If you will, keep us posted. Let them know that we love them on this end. We're praying with them, and we're praying for them. And they always have a place right here. It's as simple as that. Again, before we get out of here, people, don't look for a reason to do the right thing. Don't do that. Just do the right thing. We're not talking about a car missing, a motorcycle missing. It's a human missing. So if you know something, I'm begging you, listen to your conscience and do the right thing. There's an old Hebrew expression that says, man plans, but God laughs. You've had intentions, you're coming back, but death comes in and interrupts. And that's a terrible thing because you're waiting on your loved one to come back and then you realize they may not ever come back. So I said that to say this. Some things that we are holding on to, that we have been holding on to from years of some pain that somebody inflicted upon us. Sometimes you got to examine yourself and say, you know what, I got to let this go. I have to let this go. And I have to make that call and say, hey, sis, I love you. Hey, bro, I love you. I got to let it go. You don't want to be left with regrets. You don't want that. There's a regret that will stay with me until the day I die. And I think I spoke with Calvin, somebody about it the other day. It was when my brother Terry died, and him and I was extremely close. There was an issue with an individual, and because of that, I didn't go to my brother's wake, and I didn't go to his funeral. And every time I think about it, sometimes I literally get sick because I should have been there. I should have. I don't know what color the casket was, what they buried him in, but that will follow me to my grave. And that eats at me every damn day because you don't get a do-over. You don't get a do-over. You don't, and we don't know when it's coming. But sure as you came here, you have to get your house in order because soon, prepared or unprepared, you got to meet your undertaker. You have to. It's in the book. Calvin, I love you big time. I will talk with you, if not tonight, in the morning. I greatly appreciate everything that you are doing.
You're very welcome. Good night.
All right, y'all. I love you big time. Big Lord Winter and the creek don't rise. We'll be back here tomorrow night. Remember, I'm not always right and you are not always wrong. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigation. Y'all enjoy your evening.